What's going on, everybody? This is Al from PlaybookGamer.com, and happy NFL Draft Day. This is one of my favorite days of the year. I get all excited about the upcoming season, and no better way to get excited about it is with the NFL Draft, and hopefully my Cincinnati Bengals can make a good choice with either the wide receiver out of LSU or the big tackle out of Oregon. One of the two will be good. Either way, what I'm going to do today is play some Madden 04, and I'm going to test some passing routes. Like I said in the previous video, I feel like the same year games of Madden and NCAA were pretty similar in terms of which side of the ball they tend to favor a little bit more. 04, from what I've been told, is a little more offensive-oriented for Madden. I definitely know it is for NCAA football. 05 for both Madden and NCAA were more defensive-oriented, and so on and so forth. And from what little I've played so far of 04, I can kind of tell it's a little more offensive-oriented, which is good. It fits me, what I like to do. And I'm not one who just wants to score 100 points a game. I'm just trying to find games that allow me to run as many different types of offenses as possible. When you know what you're doing and you got the pieces in place, can you run that type of offense? And thankfully, NCAA Football 06, all the way up through 11, will let you do that. NCAA 05, you can't. I don't think you can in Madden 05. I'm hoping you can in Madden 04. So that's what we're going to fool around with some today. So I'm going to just do a really quick video, test a handful of routes against man and zone, and then I'm going to let you go because it's the draft, baby. All right, let's get right into it. I'm going to use the Minnesota Vikings, so I'm going to have Dante Culpepper throw to Randy Moss a whole lot with a couple of other just mediocre wide receivers. So out of the gate, we can start off with a go route, just test it. We'll go up against nickel, and let's pick a basic cover zero that I can get by with. You can't do pass skeleton in this game. It'd be nice if you could, but you can't. So we got Moss on the far right. Let's just see. He should be able to handle a couple of go routes, and of course I get hit. Just don't have enough time. Let me try that again. Should be able to get this one off. So now you got to remember, this is Randy Moss. He should be able to get a lot of these catches, but at least the game has shown me that you can get a go route off, and you can complete those depending on the matchup and stuff. Now, this is going to be a great play because of who he is. Now, one thing we can do, let's go and try out the go route with a couple other players. Like, we'll go to halfback flare, and let's go up against another cover zero. One that's not too crazy. We'll try this silver again. So I have, let's hot route Alexander to isolate Bates a little bit better. We'll try Bates. Bates is a very average wide receiver, but even he can go up and get a catch every now and then. Now, I'm not expecting these guys to bring down go routes all the time, but at least I know that you can. Now, I threw this way too early. I knew that was going to happen. Big thing for me is that you were able to, and I am. I can go ahead and show you. Go to gameplay settings. I am playing on all Madden, just to let you know. So as long as I can complete several of these throws, especially against man and zone, I'll be happy. And sometimes you can, sometimes you can't, but at least you can. In Madden 05, you saw it in the previous video, it was a nightmare trying to complete any go route. At least here, it's possible. So that's just, which is good. So let's test out a few more man beaters. At least I assume are good man beaters in this game. That's one thing I have to test out a whole lot, is just practice a lot of these routes and see what works against what. We'll go against a man cover 2. And I'm just going to hot route Moss to a curl route, which is a typical, I probably threw that late, it's a typical man beater. We'll try this again. You probably have to time it a little bit better. And that was a pick 6. Maybe go route or curl routes aren't the best in this game against man. Who knows? Maybe not that specific one. It's not very good. We can try some dig routes. We'll hot route Moss. You can do a dig route. At least it's catchable, which I'm okay with. Before, you know, the corner got in front of the ball every single time. It looks like here you can complete those. Now, we can try a different one. We can try Alexander, who's a very average receiver. And it's still possible, which is good. That's all I wanted to know. Is it possible on all Madden to at least complete some of these? And it looks like you can. Now, we can also try out routes. We can do Alexander again. You can still, which is good. You got to time those right, too. And every now and then, I expect that corner to get underneath it. Like, he almost got a touch or an interception right there. You can go back and look at this. We'll zoom out. You see the corner almost got the interception. So he almost, you know, made a big play right there. So it's going to be if, and, or but. You know, it's going to be one or the other, which is good. As long as I'm seeing something there, something positive, and it looks like I am. So we can try, let's try slants. You know, slants you can't run in NCAA 06, which is unfortunate unless you do the double slants. But basic slants, yay, that's a good thing to see right there, that it's at least possible. We can try it with Alexander. That's good defense, and that wasn't the best throw either. So that's good to know that you can at least. And that's, again, that's all I want to see, is that you can. Doesn't have to be completed every time. And that's a terrible throw. I threw it off my back foot. We'll try that again. As long as I'm seeing something there. Just not a very good throw, but let's see if he can make a better throw to Moss. And he got tipped. Now, Alexander's got a post route. Let's see if we can hit that. You probably have to throw this one pretty hard. So it's possible. That's all I wanted to see, which is a good sign. Now, against zone, I have no clue what's going to work and what's not. I have not tested this whatsoever. We can check out from a basic set right here. I want to see a basic combo. Like, I may have to pick something else. Short attack. Okay, we got a smash concept on the right. We can keep it on the left hash. Now, in NFL, the hashes don't matter as much. Let's go against a cover 2 zone. Like, I'm on the left hash, but what I can do is go dead center. And let's just test that right side and see what happens. Against a cover 2, I can't really tell what's open. I think I was fixing to get hit. See, I'm fixing to get sacked. You can hit that flag wrap pretty good. Let's try that again. It's kind of weird looking. I don't know what that... That's just something I'm going to have to test. I don't know if some of these combos I'm sure work okay against zone. Others maybe not so much. You can go one-on-one against that safety right there. It's just something I'll have to fool with. Like, I can go back here, and I saw it earlier. We got a little drive concept. Let's fool with that. Let's go up against cover 3 this time and see. Can we find a basic cover 3 here? That's man under. One thing I did notice, I think it was in this game. It might have been 05. So I may be speaking too soon. There's a quarters. They got multiple quarters. That's up my alley. See, quarters have, yeah, this is it right here. You got a man concept on the right with the corner. And I can use my little illustrator while I'm here if I can bring it up. You notice, I assume that's what this means, is, let me go right here. You see right here, this looks like man to me, and the rest of it looks like zone. So you got like zone on one side and then man on the other, which is pretty cool. Something I didn't know they even had that in this game. At least that's what I assume that is. Let me back out of here and... let's just pick some. It's kind of hard to tell if some of these are zone. Okay, there's a cover 3. We'll try the over strong. Try to go to Moss over the middle. That didn't work. He's wide open there. So, yeah, I mean, you can still do some things against zone. It's a completely different game, and I got to get used to seeing what works pretty well and what doesn't. Moss on a shallow. Who's ever seen that before? But anyway, okay, this gives me a lot of hope. Now, another thing that worried me, I'll talk about this quickly on the run game, and I'll let you go, is I was worried about not being able to flip the run. Thankfully, you can in this game. They got a lot of crazy stuff in here. There's a man QB spy. I just want to go up against a cover 2 man. There we go. In NCAA 04, you can't flip the run. That's a big thing. I mean, that's not one of the big reasons why I don't play it as much. But it helps if you can do this. You can run to the left if you need to. You know, you can go to the left. Or you can go to the right, which is nice. Don't know why they didn't include that in NCAA 4, but it is what it is. So that was good to see. So I'm not going to bore you in trying to figure out some other zone stuff. It's just going to take me time to figure some of that out. Like, I don't want to do a QB spy. Let's try... We can try this cover 2 again. We try some of these slants. Figure he may have gotten open. One thing we can also try... He got beat bad. That's going to get picked. That was my bad. One thing I want to try really quick is we'll go back to this play right here. Halfback flare. And I'm going to try against a cover 2. I want to see... Now, this is going to be a bump and run kind of situation for Moss. I think he's going to get caught, and he is. So it is a one-on-one situation with the safety, which is good to know. So let me try this one more time. We'll do Moss fly. It's pretty much the same thing. Let's pick another this mid-rush may be able to work. I think that's what I picked. It's still... Nah, I got hit as soon as I threw it. Their defense is no joke. They're coming at me with pretty hard. Either that or my offensive line is just terrible. So it's still a one-on-one situation with the deep corner, which is good to see. All right, that's good to know. So I think I'm gonna play a lot of Madden 04. It was 04 and 05 were the two big ones people kept telling me to start playing some. And the fact that 04 is just a little bit more offensive oriented has me a little more excited to play it than 05, because that's just what I like. Again, I just want to be able to fool around with the many different offenses that I can think of and at least be able to execute them when I know what I'm doing. Not all the time, but at least it lets me do it. Compared to 05 on all Madden, it just wouldn't let you. All right, guys. Hope you enjoy the draft, and I will talk to you later.